here, 2v2 median cliff mines, blue team. We've got Legion as an Eldar Warlock, offensive commander, fights melee, has a bunch of spells, very nice disruption later on. Alongside Sam as a force commander, offensive melee commander, can support with some buffs also. Red team, we have Gote as a chaos sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander, bunch of nasty spells, fights melee to start off. And the big stompy warboss for FaHu leads the line with buffs, disruption and damage. Pretty pissed at everything. Look at his face. Natural VP for the red team in the north, natural for blue in the south, and a central. We have double shooters from FaHu. Legion goes for banshees into some more guardians. Sam, tactical marines, heavy ranged infantry, and there they are. Chaos Space Marines for Gote. Looks like red team setting up in the middle. We see some Tzeentch worship. Legion doing the right thing and shooting up the heretics. Here comes the Warboss. Will we see the bang bang hammer in tier 1? Which does some crazy damage to heavy armor. Now chasing off these marines with double shooters backing him up. Sluggers used to cap. No third unit for Gote. Perhaps going straight for Havocs. Help him deal with those banshees who are already whacking on a power node. Heretics forced off from a destructor by the looks of the health. Doom bolts on the banshees hit them pretty nicely. Tactical Marines forced off, didn't take a loss though. Noise Marines on the way for Gote. Warlock now in melee with the CSM trying to get a model loss and forces them to retreat. Does a special attack though. Sync kill for the Chaos Sorcerer and the retreat. Banshees catching CSM in retreat as well, and they lose a model, and these shooters are in all sorts of trouble. Banshees, can they catch them with fleet? Just can't, but they will catch this squad, and this is surely a dead shooter boy squad. Warlock takes out one, and Banshees can finish off the last two. And that's a bad engagement for FaHu. Sometimes it happens, you just get caught. Double tactical marines for Sam. Very solid ranged base. Is FaHu going to replace the shooter boys? Has a big shooter on the squad that lives. Havocs now for Gote, quite a heavy tier 1 then. No war gear. And the heretics are still in a default state, capping 473, 454. Noise Marines working on blue's power, and this whole thing is going to go down unless the blue defend. Looks like they're too busy harassing themselves. Scouts have shotguns for Sam. We'll be able to counter these sluggers, and now tactical marines to shoot them up, and a retreat from FaHu. Force commander in melee with the Warboss, has shooter boy support though. They have lost a member. Storm boy is on the way for FaHu. Didn't replace the shooters then, not yet in a way. Gote's now pushing the south. Noise Marines even decapping this power, completely lost to the blue team. Did have triple gens here though. A lot of wasted wreck on that farm. Force commander, can he decap? I don't think he should risk it. And leaves. Those Marines surely outnumbered here. Banshees stopped by cacophony. They do lose a member to Guardians though. Both of these Guardians have their plasma grenades. Battle equipment. Havoc setting up here, covering retreat paths. And Chaos Space Marines caught in melee by Banshees who wash out, and the Havocs will need to be used. Warboss decapping the top wreck point. Players experiencing some lag. Double Guardians sneaking in, and can they get a grenade spike? There it is, and that's a dead Havoc squad, I think. Boom, there it goes. Big loss for Gote. Didn't get to use them much. Orks pushing blue power here. Storm Boys, bad news for Tactical Marines with their power weapons. Power weapons do 30% more damage to heavy armor, so it's basically like you're attacking a retreating unit all the time. And if you actually do get them in retreat, they're really in trouble. Sam goes T2 first. FaHu eventually replaces the Shooter Boys. Noise Marines, a nice hard counter for those Guardians, lots of damage and disabling their range weapons.
Generator operational.
Tier 2 now for Gote.
Support structure complete. Adding warp
These
generator.
Tactical Marines need some reinforcement, but they're quite durable, so you can run them around with 2 members, especially when on capping duty. Gote takes the center. Blues have been very brazen and put 2 generators here in the middle.
Generator
Also 2 back down in the south and triple here. No war gear for the Force Commander, but he does have the Thunderhammer queued up. Cancels it and gets Artificial Armor, since he can equip that right now in Tier 1. No Bang Bang Hammer for the Warboss then. Will probably go for the Claw in Tier 2. Cacophony knocking back the Warlock, also knocking back their own Heretics though. Looks like a retreat from Legion, and Gote holds the center. Should take out that power node and steal it though, surely. Guardians working on this power. Legion splitting his forces quite well. Shooter Boys getting a Dakka on this power node. Do they both have big shooters? Of course they do. Sluggers now decapping, and a nice grenade on those Noise Marines. Gote not paying attention and might lose that squad. And they move into melee and take them out. Guardians killing Noise Marines in melee. Shotgun Scouts knock the Sluggers back, and that power node will go uncapped for the time being. Tactical Marines forced off by Storm Boys, who jump in. Will they get their Knob Leader queued up? They do have it. Scouts in big trouble, might lose that squad, and does so. Force Commander tries to chase off the Storm Boys, but they retreat, can't get any model losses. No more than they had anyway. Now has the Thunderhammer though. Power weapon with splash damage is going to be bad news for Orks. Force Commander taking a lot of damage here though, now suppressed by what's that, and is forced to back out. Didn't even get to swing his hammer. He's looking quite thin, Sam. Double Tactical Marines with no upgrades. FaHu now in Tier 2. Gote has some Bloodletters, Demon Infantry, good damage versus all targets, and can teleport. Guardians put down an energy shield, and they have a Warlock now, giving them the Embolden ability, which they're not using right now. Waiting for a grenade, there it is, and Gote excellently done, phased out the Bloodletters at the right time. They did lose a model though, going into melee. Heretics capping the south, red team in the middle, and that's a grenade on those Storm Boys. Wait, took out the Knob Leader. That is painful. Legion's done well with his grenades so far. Sluggers, can they finish this cap? Tactical Marines on them. Looks like they're going to tough it out and take the power, yes, and then retreat. Unless they put a node on it, it'll probably lose it immediately. Warlock taking the south. Looks like he had Merciless Switchblade from what I saw, yes. Also has his Champion's Robe and the Warp Throw on the way. Weird Boy hits the field for FaHu. Has recovered quite well from that early Shooter Boy loss. Sam has a Librarian. Good choice generally in most matchups. We'll be able to smite all these Orks, especially if the Shooter Boys bunch up. Weird Boy is the sub-commander for Orks. Damage and disruption, good at dealing with ranged blobs. Librarian, more of a support unit. Warboss does have his claw. High damage versus all targets. Here comes the Force Commander. He's getting a bit isolated here. Warp Vomit from the Weird Boy stuns him. That's a dead Force Commander. Smite goes in. I think Sam was busy microing the Librarian there and lost the Force Commander. Sluggers capping middle. Legion pushing south against Bloodletters and a Sorcerer. There's the Doom Bolts. Pretty nicely done. Didn't lose a model though. Banshees now have their Exarch. Plague Marines on the way for Gote. Bloodletters phase out and move away. Weird Boy capping. Force Commander still down. Warlock might be heading over to try and revive here. Use your choppers on these Storm Boys. Can they finish off these Marines with Shooter Boy help? No, get away. Veil of Time used on the Marines too. Now working on this Librarian though. And lucky that the Storm Boys retreated then. Warlock constantly getting knocked back by the Warboss and needs to retreat. Marco Tzeentch for these Chaos Space Marines, give them Inferno Bolts. Heretics have an aspiring champion who is a Chaos Marine. Bolt Pistol and Chainsword Plague Marines on the field, anti-vehicle unit, very tough, and their missiles, snare vehicles. Grenade on the Weird Boy, who took a hit in terms of HP in 3.19, and Guardians grenade themselves. Warp Spiders on the field for Legion, have their Exarch and Aspect already. Nasty range damage versus other infantry, and they can teleport. Here come Banshee's going to try and defend this power harass. Chaos Sorcerer has his Sword of Flame. Dreadnought on the way for Sam. It's a strange one going up against Plague Marines, though he may not have seen them, but he is up against a Power Clawed Warboss. No armor upgrade though, he's level 3, Warlock's level 4, fully kitted out. Sam, Force Commander, still level 1, though fully kitted out. Chaos Sorcerer level 2, and is getting the Robes of Torment. We'll be able to snare these Banshees now and lock the Warp Spiders in place. Legion eventually might come and defend this power. Here he comes. 377333. It's a 2-1 for red. FaHu goes tier 3. Smite on the shooters. Librarian knocked back though, needs to be careful. Storm Boys jump in. Can they catch the Librarian in retreat? They can. Can they finish him off? Almost did. And then the Weird Boy hits his own Storm Boys. Very orky. Here comes the Force Commander with his bubble on. And Storm Boys run the hell away from that Thunderhammer. Here comes the Dreadnought. Walker vehicle for Space Marine starts off as a melee unit with 2 close combat weapons. And that wrist-mounted flamer you can see. Also inspires nearby troops to do more damage whenever it kills anything in melee. And forces off all the Orks. Meanwhile south, Warp Spiders running away from Bloodletters. Can they take out a model or 2 on retreat with the help of Marines? I don't think so. Maybe a retreat grenade here. There it is. Nicely done. Bit too soon. Chaos Sorcerer whacking on an energy shield. He's gone mad. Merciless Switchblade doing pretty nice damage to these Plague Marines. But they can easily shrug it off. You see the ridiculous health regeneration they have. Node goes down again. This power has seen a lot of pressure. This one, barely any. That was a dark flames, was it? No, it was chains of torment. Banshees. Are they going to run or what? There they go. And lose the model on retreat. Nice special attack from the Warlock. Puts up his shield. Warp throw chucks the Chaos Marines away from him. And then leaves. Dreadnought still stomping around. Warboss is chasing him though with user choppers and Ard Boys. Dreadnought is in big trouble. Used Fists of the Emperor and takes out the Weird Boy. Warboss doing tons of damage each hit with that fearsome claw. Nice smite on the Storm Boys, and they will kill the Force Commander, I think. Yes. Can the Dreadnought get away though? That's the question. Nob squad on the way for FaHu. Sam can almost go tier 3. And Dreadnought looks like it's going to get away. Gote capping the south of EP. Going to be a 2-1 for red. 275, 333. Might even be a triple. Maybe not. Just going to swap the north and the middle. Chains of Torment. Are we going to see it? Where is the Chaos Sorcerer? All the way up here. Double for red now. There's the 2-1, but here come Sluggers and Shooter Boys to harass these Tactical Marines and force them off. Warlock reviving the Force Commander should level him to 5. There we go. Force Commander's on level 2. Warboss has no armor upgrade. Force Commander retreats. Look at those Tzeentch bolters tearing into those Tactical Marines. Took them down to half health in seconds. Nice walk throw. And retreat from the Warlock. Here come the Eldar from the south. Nice chains of torment from Gote. And Banshees are forced off, but we still have double Guardians and Warp Spiders exploding some Plague Marines, double grenades. Nicely done. There's a Dark Flames though, and they run, and here's a Nob squad. Sam got a Scout squad to repair the Dreadnought. Might want to give it a ranged weapon now. Those Nobs are here. Has hit tier 3 and does have the zeal for Terminators now, just waiting on power and requisition. Bloodletters are still around too, level 2. Plague Marines back at base, having lost 3 models. Chaos Dreadnought on the field with Marco Tzeentch. Double cap for red, 166, 333. Blue's pushing north though. Only shooters there to defend. And Sluggers here to watch the requisition point. And they use War and get into melee with the Tactical Marines. But this is a dead Slugger squad because they're going to get hit on retreat by the Thunderhammer and the Dreadnought. Good grief. And down they go. I think the Librarian got the last hit. Here come the Orks though. Storm Boys, Nob squad, and Warboss. Storm Boys level 2. Warboss is going to die. There he goes, and here are some Terminators surely. There we go, Assault Terminators for Sam. Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. Nob squad in trouble now. Scouts repairing that Dreadnought too. Nob squad need to retreat, really need to. Might lose this squad. And Warp Spiders teleport in and melee. Excellent play from Legion. Nob squad lost. Gote looking pretty strong. FaHu very thin. Double Shooter Boys and that is it. Lost to Storm Boys as well. Ouch. Scouts now repairing that Dreadnought. Gote pushing this power. Getting their own power pushed though by Banshees. Are they? No, they just run past. Guardians recap the middle. And Blue might get a triple here because Gote is pushing the base of Sam. Bloodletters are hitting on the HQ for some reason, and then retreat. Assault Terminators get chained. Here comes the Dreadnought. Needs to watch out for that Tzeentch Dreadnought though. Will it get Dark Age of Technology? No sign of it yet. Banshee's in a lot of hurt. There's a Haywire Grenade on the Chaos Dreadnought, and it might go down here because Assault Terminators are in melee with those Thunderhammers. And down it goes. Here comes another Nob Squad from FaHu, thrown on their ass by the Warlock, and full retreat immediately. Does not want to tangle with the Dreadnought and Terminators. And this Force Commander who's level 3, almost level 4. Warlock now level 6. Sorcerer now level 3. Warboss still level 3. Shooter Boys capping top. Marines have their Sergeant here, getting a missile launcher. Gote going south, might push the power again. Legion floating tons of resources, might see an avatar. Most likely we will. FaHu pushed all the way back in his base. Gote finally goes tier 3. And Assault Terminators have their lightning claws. Nob Squad, can they finish off the Force Commander? No. Warp throw back on their ass. Warlock going into melee as he knows, backing off. Leaving Sam to defend the north. Has the Librarian, Assault Terminators and a Dreadnought to do it. Dreadnought is level 2. Using the melee of the Dreadnought to inspire these Terminators, and usage Chopper's Nobs are not a match for Assault Terminators with Lightning Claws, I'm afraid. And might lose this squad as well. No, stopped attacking them, but did take out the Warboss and teleport in. Veil of Time on the Terminators, they might just go into base here. Looted tank on the way for FaHu. Second Nob Squad, I think a mistake. It is very tempting to get such a powerful unit, but when you are faced with Assault Terminators with those claws, the last thing you want is a melee unit. Dreadnought going after the tank. This might be a dead Dreadnought here. Hammer of the Emperor stuns the Nobs. And can the Terminators finish him? They have their hammers, so that this single Nob is doing pretty nice damage to the Dreadnought, but down it goes. Trying to retreat. And that's dead Dreadnought surely. Looted tank is going to finish it off, but it might get taken out by these tactical marines. One more shot from that missile launcher. There it is. And a dead tank, and FaHu's in all sorts of trouble. The Avatar on the field. Warlock went down. 140, 147, a 2-1 for blue, but Plague Marines are capping the middle. Avatar super unit for Eldar, buffs surrounding allied infantry, and is hugely powerful in combat in his own right. Plague Marines run away, could have finished that cap, I think. They are tough. Have they leveled? They are level 2 as well. Shooter Boys capping. Warlock being revived by the Force Commander, levels him to 5. Warlock's still level 7. Now getting Providence. 140, 134, and it's a single for blue. Not sure if FaHu has given up and red team have given up. Seeing the Terminators and the Avatar, there's no hope really after what FaHu lost. Good thing that Terminators can't level then, because they totally demolished the Orks single-handedly almost. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time.